Ahoy, mateys! Welcome to CBS 3 Eyewitness News at 6 a.m. Now streaming live on CBS News Philly. Today is May 6, 2022. I'm Pirate William. Let's get a first check on our Eyewitness News forecast with meteorologist Larissa Abreu. That's my sister. Larissa, take it away, sister.
This is a slow-moving system that's going to stick around at least until Sunday. Impacts with this system include wind gusts as high as 30, at times 50, even 55 mile-an-hour wind gusts expected. And this is heavy rainfall we are anticipating, and a whole lot of it, anywhere between 1 to possibly 2.5 inches, and not ruled out. And we are going to see cooler conditions unfold starting with today, and that's going to linger all weekend long. I'll have that part of my forecast. We'll break it down for you coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Larissa. Appreciate that. Checking traffic now on the eastbound I-95 on the Route 273. The off-ramp is closed. A live look at 476 in Chester County overnight. There's construction work to be done, so all lanes are now back open. Let's get you caught up on some breaking news overnight. A double stabbing happened in Southwest Philadelphia around 3:30 this morning on the 2200 block of South 69th. Police say one of those victims was a 35-year-old man, and the second victim wasn't hurt and whatnot. No words on any arrests and no motive. Students as young as 11 years old will now be screened for weapons. With more on that news story, let's check in with my favorite news reporter and my lovely aunt, Jan Caraballo, live at Spring Garden. Good morning, Auntie Jan.
Caught at least one city council member off guard. She has a lot of questions this morning. Meantime, parents we've spoken to say they just want their kids safe, and they believe this is a step in the right direction.
Citing an increase in gun-related incidents and violence across the city and country, the School District of Philadelphia is now prepared to perform periodic weapons screenings for elementary and middle schools with 6th through 8th grade students.
It could be kind of scary for them. But I think that it's a good idea to start doing because we're in a city school.
Starting next week, the screenings will take place at 6 schools per day. School safety personnel will check students by hand wand or metal detector, and all bags and backpacks will get a physical check. District leaders sent home this letter on Thursday explaining the decision to parents.
They copy what they see. They see guns, they bring guns. We've had at least 4 occurrences, 2 where we actually had guns in the school, another one where a kid fired a weapon a block away from school after leaving school. We believe that child had that gun in school.
Weapons screenings are already standard at district high schools, and now the district hopes to conduct these screenings at every elementary and middle school with middle grades at least once before the end of the school year. That's a check of roughly 18,000 additional students.
What our kids need right now in this moment is love, support, care, and fun. They don't need to be treated like they're criminals.
But not everyone agrees with the move. Councilmember Jamie Gaudier called it a step in the wrong direction.
I have a lot of questions about this, about why council wasn't engaged about this idea, why no one asked us our opinion. I don't know how the community was engaged on this idea. I have a ton of questions and concerns.
Now, students will be given the chance to dispose of any weapons before the checks, and that's without any consequences. But once they are checked, if they are found to be in the possession of a firearm, a gun, they will be detained and referred to the Philadelphia Police Department.
Wow. That's just downright scary. That's what that is. Thank you for that live report there, Auntie Jan Caraballo. Appreciate that. Camden County Police are searching for a missing 12-year-old boy who you see right here on the TV screen. His name is Fasir Kato. He was last seen wearing black Adidas. And if you see him, please call Camden County Police. SEPTA police hope you could identify a woman being accused of intimidation on the Broad Street line. They're looking for the 15-year-old girl of Asian descent. The woman made derogatory comments and pulled out a knife. Police say the girl was traveling west just before 7 yesterday morning. And with that being said, there's no arrests being made in the case. SEPTA has added more security guards on both the Broad Street line and the Market Frankford line. The unarmed guards will be the extra ears and eyes because the agency is down to like 50 officers. Guards are not meant to replace them anytime soon. The guards will also guide homeless people with services they may need. To the latest now on the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. A single dosage of COVID-19 is not prior to any adults. They cannot get any other shot or even those who specifically request it. So you might have to get another vaccine shot besides the one that was mentioned in the story. To the latest now on the case of Roe versus Wade. A mental fence is surrounding the U.S. Supreme Court. That's where security barricades were at the scene of the crime right there. So these people demand justice. And they're going to get a final decision by early July. If that's the case. Let's get you caught up on the 76ers. Home fans will help turn this playoff series around because Game 3 is tonight, mateys. Let's get a check right now with my favorite Sixers player right now. He says he's out for game number 3, but he could play despite the fact on how much progress he can make. My Uncle Ross will have a live report coming up, so you better stay tuned for that. It will be a busy night at the sports complex because the Fighting Phils and the New York Mets will square off tonight in South Philly. Let's get you to some of the highlights from last night. The game was tied at 7 in the top of the 9th inning. Arg. It sickens me to see the Phillies go down like this. So the Phillies lost 8-7. One more chance. But to be honest though, let's hope this game will be made as a doubleheader for some people. Turn that frown upside down, Phillies fans. It's not over yet. No. A live look at Head House Square on this Friday morning. Let's get you over to meteorologist Larissa Abreu. That's my sister, with another check on the Eyewitness News forecast. Larissa, take it away.
It's going to be raining pretty heavily outside, and during that time is actually when the rain thins out, but it's going to pick up quickly there on after that. We're going to show you what it looks like in just a moment, but out the door right now, we're off to a quiet start. It all depends on where you are, because if you're far north and west, Poconos out towards the Reading area, even Lancaster County, they're all seeing some rainfall, falling very light in intensity, and it's just nothing but cloud cover. I-95 points south and east as well. As the afternoon gets going, this is what we're working with. Notice temperatures really don't budge too much. They will stay put in the upper 50s and low 60s during the height of the afternoon. It'll be rainy, cool, with an isolated thunderstorm possible, and winds for the most part cooperate. But by tonight, those winds kick up, and we are talking gusty conditions Friday night through Saturday night. So these are our main storm threats. Heavy rain is leading the board. Right now, the threat for flooding is moderate, especially those low-lying areas. Poor drainage areas going to see the threat for flooding. Gusty winds also a possibility here. We're going to be tracking wind gusts with this storm, clocking in at 55 miles an hour. As far as outages are concerned, right now that threat is low but completely not ruled out. So it's something to keep in mind. 7-day forecast shows improving weather, but we have to wait until Monday.
All right. Thank you very much there, Larissa. Appreciate it. Coming up, a dramatic drop. Investors hoping for rebounds on Wall Street after stocks spiraled yesterday. And the latest on a bond that's beyond the classroom. Those stories and much more when the Friday morning broadcast continues, mates. So stay with Pirate William and don't move a muscle.